Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, continuing the series SNCF 30710. We are still continuing the security intelligence and we will take the first type is the network type. Let's go to our topology and let me open the management. Okay, so if we go to objects, great. Inside the object, if you remember, here it was a URL and we did it. And here we will find security intelligence and it has three types: DNS listen feeds, network listen feeds, URL listen feeds. So we'll start with the network listen feeds and let's see what we'll be having inside it. It has Cisco intelligence feeds. This is we talk about it in the theory. It will take the updates and the threat intelligence director and the global blacklist and whitelist. Now the intelligence feed, if you edit, it will be updated frequency within 2 hours. Okay, you can change it from here. You can disable it. You can put 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It depends on your need actually. So the the minute you decided to put 5 minutes, for example, so your FMC will be like checking for the updates every single 5 minutes, and this is actually not recommended. If we go to again to TID, the TID because it's like a little bit important, so Cisco put it for you like in 5 minutes as a default, and again you can change whatever you want. Blacklist and whitelist, it will be empty, then you can check it. Well, so how we can test this network? To have the ability to blacklist some IPs that if you want a specific IP addresses, then you will put an IP address that you don't like in a set or set of IP addresses in the text file. Or if you don't relay, and here if you remember I put a smiley face in the PowerPoint. If you don't rely on or believe in Talos capabilities, and Talos team considered number one all over the world, you can make like an agreement with a third party, like I don't know, maybe Kaspersky or any security is doing that, and you can put your feed. So here, if you want to add, you will give it a name, but before give it a name, inside it has a feed and it has a list. Now we'll work with the list. The feed, if you have like as I told you with the Kaspersky or any security is doing like updates for the feeds, you will put the URL for that. Yes, of course, it's optional to make it encrypted by MD5 and update the frequency from it, and you will make save. So if it will update from, take the updates for the networks, the bad IPs or good IPs from this URL, or you will put it as a list. Before put it the list, let me cancel and create a list and one public IP with the website that I know. This website, if we can access it. Okay, before doing that, just let me, because I don't want you to be confused, because some students told me we have like so many policies and we got, you see here, we have around 12 policies and it's too much and they are not concentrated with that. So let me create a new policy, simple policy, and add something inside it. A new policy, uh, test, for example. Okay, description, none. Okay, base policy, if I want to, the default policy with all the policy to be my base, I can put it as a base and after that I will continue further adding many things. For this, no, I don't want it. No. Okay, the default action will be blocked, and we'll assign the HQHA, the two firewall that we have, the availability that we made. And okay, we have to save. It will be warning for you that this HA in another policy. You want to shift it? Yes. Fine. So, and also, let me, I will add some rules now, but let me delete the events to be clear also for us. Connection events, yes, delete it for me. It will not be actually having any events, but in case. So let me go back to the policy. Let me create like a simple policy, add rule. It will be from inside. So the inside that we have, as I guess, is VLAN 1020. And it will go to, yes, the outside. Great. Networks, make it any very simple, and it will be inside to internet. Okay, allow mandatory, fine, add. Uh, Believe me here, you lost the inter-VLAN routing between the VLANs because you have to create it again. So right now I don't want to create it, just I want to add also the management, because the management should be in the internet. So here I will management to internet, internet, okay, and it will be management outside, okay, add, and also the server, our server, don't forget it. So it will be three roles: DMZ to outside, and it will be DMZ to internet, add. So now I have three roles: or allow. Fine. Save, and we will deploy later because we will do some work now. So now we said where we are here. Now this is give me the objects. Okay, back to security intelligence here. Network less than feed. So we will add one less than feed for here. So there is a website, our company website. It's a demo one. So if we it will be mecuae.net. So yeah, this website is working. So it's fine. This website, it will be my reference that I want to block it. So close it from here and minimize, create the list, text. So actually this public IP is changing from time to time, but how you can know it, you will ping it. So you will have a reply, but because I know, so it will be MEC bad website. For example, you can give it a name. So, and I want to put it, it's 5.153.17.244. Of course, if you want to add another website, you can add several IP addresses. Again, enter. You cannot put it beside each other or separated by comma. Enter, and you will put whatever you want here, IP. Okay. So I want to save. Now I will go back to this add network list and feeds list, give it a name, MAC bad IP, browse. Okay, you will click upload after putting, you cannot click save. If you click save, it will warn you, please upload file before saving the object. So upload it. So whenever it's upload, the FMC did a check and he did not find any IPs. How the FMC should put one. We did not save or what? Wait a minute. Cancel. Mm, it has an IP. Save. Put the number of IP that he found. List. Browse. Upload. Number of IPs. He did not find an IP. It's weird. Save. Maybe it's a GUI problem because it has to put number of IPs. So if I download, let me check what I have inside it. Open. Okay, it has an IP. Okay, cancel. Doesn't matter. Maybe this is an issue. We will check it now if it will work or not. So after applying this, we have to go to policy, access control policy. Don't forget to our new policy. Okay. Now, here there is a tab called Security Intelligence. You are not applying it inside the rule. This is something you have to understand it. And I'm emphasizing on it when I'm explaining. So because the security intelligence is applying on the access control policy all in all, then how you, maybe you will tell me that, okay, but I don't know it, I don't want it for DMZ. I don't want it for management. I will show you now. Security intelligence, open it. Great. The security intelligence here, just to explain it all in all, here you have network. It's selected by default on the network that our lessons. And you have beside it URL. It's categorized the URL here. And it will be having here DNS. This is the second type of DNS and it's using default DNS. And here it had the whitelist and the blacklist. Whenever you are scrolling, you are a network, there is a whitelist and the blacklist. You have a URL, blacklist and whitelist. You are in the DNS, whitelist and the blacklist. And here in the network, let me get my file now. It's called MEC, I guess. Yes, MEC bad IPs. Now, if you want it only for inside, you will select on inside. If you want it for all the zones that you have, you will keep selected on any. Okay? So remember, if I want it for inside, so I will make now MEC bad IP. It will be applied on the inside and it will be put where? Whitelist or blacklist. Here you have the choice to make this. By default, it's a whitelist, and I know it, and everyone knows it like it's a whitelist. But what about if I want it to be in blacklist? And this is what we are going to do. Great. So let me apply it on the all the zones. Any, no problem. All the zones. Or let me apply it in the inside. Add to blacklist. Now, it's here came to the blacklist. Where in the types of networks If you can find here that two types of a blacklist, one specified for the network and one specified for the URL, and the whitelist is the same. The DNS policy, I will tell you what is the story for it again later when we come to it. So now it's coming inside the network. Okay. So I want to enable the logging for that. It's enabled by default because the security intelligence is always enable the logging for it. I get nothing much to do. Save. We go to the deploy and deploy it. HQ deploy now. So it will be deploying. When it's finished the deploy, I will come back to you. So it's finished deploying, and if we open it here, yes, access control policy test Miari policy. We change it to test policy, the access control policy. DNS policy, default DNS policy. It's applying DNS policy because, as I told you, the insecurity intelligence is applying by default. Intrusion policy. Uh, Intrusion-based security and connectivity. Okay, they put it for you because the access control policy is new. Fine. So let's test now. We'll go to this PC in VLAN 10. This is inside, and let us see. So it will open. Okay, it will open for Google. So it will register, I think, Google in the events. So mecuae.net. Let's see. Hopefully. It's open. Which is not to do that. Let's see the reports. Leave it here. Give me analysis. Give me event. Open link. So let's see what's in the events we have here. Nothing recorded in the event. Why? Refresh one time. Okay, nothing here recorded, and it's now. Let me check the policy then. Your policy changes have been discarded. Why? Oh, there's a problem here. It's discarded. Why? Test. It's not applying, it's discarding. There is a message discarding, but I didn't find it. Let me see the security here. Okay. Okay, the bad IP is there. So let me see the deployment. There is no deployment. Let me go to the policy. Let me see the assignment of the device. And the device assignment where? No, this is the default. It has one. Okay, cancel. This is Miari policy that we put, and we put the HQ up to date on all target devices. Great. Loading data. Policy assignment. There is one device here. Yeah, the HQ is here. So what's going on? What's discarding then? Again, the security intelligence. There is here bad IP. Let me remove it. Let me put it. And here, yes, it can see one IP address. Just great. Inside, add to blacklist, save, save. Okay, rules, deploy. Let me go to the deployment. We found a message that it discarded. I don't know what it discarded exactly, but let me see what is inside this here. Actually, compose this may be fine. Deploy, deploy. Okay. Let me finish the deployment and I will come back to you. So it's completed. Let's go to VLAN 10. Let me open to see. Hurry up. Okay. I opened before. Great. It's open. So let's see what is the problem. Let me ping it. Ping mecuae.net. Okay. So now it's enough. The iPad is 5.153.12.244. By mistake, I put it .17. So just I went to where is the management PC here, and the bad IP, I change it to 12. Okay, if you want to ping it, ping mecuae.net here. I don't know, the management doesn't have internet. It doesn't matter. Okay, now it's pinging here, fine. So it's a 12, so I put a 12.244. Make sure that you are putting a public IP address. It's fine. Okay, close. Go to the FMC. It's a good type of troubleshooting actually. Go to objects. There is objects here. Yes, objects here. Let me see what I have. Download. Open. So here the wrong one is 17. So I will close it. That's why there is no IPs telling for me, because actually this public IP that I put is not available. So it's good indicator from Cisco also. Let me see. Bad. Upload. Great. Now number of IPs now is one appeared here. It's fine. Save. Yes. Save. It's fine. Deploy. I have the deployment here somewhere. Okay. Deploy. So I will deploy. While it's finished, I will come back to you. So the deployment is completed right now. Let me, okay, browser is open. Let me see UAE.net. No. Let me see UAE.net. By the way, you can try it on any public IP address that you know it. Okay, it will take its time to resolving and to try to come in. It's not. Go to analysis. Go to events. Great. The IP address 5.153.12.244 is blocked. Amazing. So it's working right now, and it will appear for you inside the analysis, in the connection, in the events. But the URL for security intelligence and the DNS for security intelligence, you will find it in the security intelligence event. Okay. So let me try. I apply it on the inside. So let me try the VLAN 8 20. because it's in the inside. Oh, I didn't open it, so let me check. Meanwhile, let me maximize the resolution. Uh, that's good for here. Apply. Okay, keep. Okay, it's fine. I have internet or not? Ping. Yes, there is internet. So let me try to access macuae.net. Okay, let me go to the events and I will refresh. I hope if I can see it here. Yes, 20.10 also blocked. Try to uh, access it. Great. What about if I tried it from here, from the management PC? Because management we only apply it on the inside. So try to open. Let's see, macuae.net. This is has website has internet or not? Ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, the management actually does not have internet. I don't know why. It seems here it has. Okay, this I will troubleshoot it later, but meanwhile, let me check. It should not record anything in the. Forget about this. If I go to firepower and let me do a refresh for that. Let me see what I'm going to see here. 20, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, it did not record the management IP. It did not record because it's not blocking. Let me see what is the story with this. Run out 20 here in the management. It is asking for me certificate for what? Accept and continue. I don't know why this certificate, but accept and continue, no problem. Hurry up. But sorry if you are owner of. I don't know why this message macuae.net. Okay, but here, if we go to the event, it's not recording the 100. This is the management. PC is not recorded here in the block. It means it passed it. It has a problem actually with the internet. I will solve it later. This is not our turn. But the only one who's blocking in the inside zone, the 20 and the 10. These like blocked it. And try with the, we are on 20 here, for example, go to Facebook. You should go to Facebook finally. Yes, Facebook is open. So just, and it will not record it here because I didn't enable the logging for the normal one. Let me see. For the normal activity, only I enabled for this blockage one. Yes, only it recorded the block. So we succeeded for that. So this is the first type of the security intelligence by IP. Thank you very much and wait for me to explain the DNS next soon. Thank you. Bye bye.